Buddy. Hi, Maryblessing. Nice to see you up. Glad you can log in. Hi, JJ.
Hello, everyone. Sorry, my
Hi.
voice is a little rough today. I'm not sure what's going on, allergies or something, but
Ah.
I sound like I've been chewing gravel.
It sounds like you need a long weekend.
And thankfully, one's almost here.
Yes. Hi, Tiso.
Hello, everyone.
I'm glad you can make it. I wasn't
Yeah,
sure.
I
You
was doing
said,
the prep session.
ah, all right. Okay. Then I guess it's probably time to have our attendees in, right?
Mhm.
Are we how do we do that? Tom, could you look from your end? Can you let the attendees in?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. Or are we? Are they? Are we?
Yeah, we have 6 attendees.
Okay. Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'd say let's get started. Oh,
Let me just drop it. Let me just make sure I did everything.
yeah. Tom, if you could allow us to share screen, and I will go ahead share.
Okay. Do you have the option to share?
I believe so. Thank you. Okay. And everybody can see my screen okay? All right. Okay, sorry everybody that we're a few minutes late due to the technical issues, but we're so glad everybody's here. Hello, my name is Nancy, and I will be the host of today's panel. Just for your note, the session will be recorded and edited after the session and uploaded to the YouTube for the distribution. Just to be mindful of that. And with that, I would like to introduce you to our today's speaker, Maryblessing. Allow me to briefly introduce Maryblessing. She is a dedicated community architect and a passionate advocate with strong analytic and engagement skills in tech communities. She is also passionate about sustainable tech ecosystem with a commitment to champion diversity, inclusion, and belonging with workplace and border community. So through today, Maryblessing's share, you will hear her sharing her experience and stories regarding what just mentioned in her brief introduction. So let's move on and welcome Maryblessing. Do you want to quickly say hi to everybody?
Yeah, sure. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, excellent.
Awesome. Hi, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here today.
Excellent. Okay. I'm sure our audience would also have questions for you from time to time. So if you have a question, please don't hesitate to enter the question in your in the Q&A box. And I don't know if you can open your mic, just ask the question. If you can, don't hesitate to do so. All right, Maryblessing, welcome to the Mainframe Open Education core team, and you are also the mentee of this year's summer mentorship program. So welcome you to the team. And today, as speaker, I'm gonna start with my first question to you. So, how did you get into the tech space to begin with?
Yeah, sure. I think, I think what brought me to the space is curiosity. I was just curious as to how this space is the world, and it was far back in 2018 that I first got introduced to tech in my local community. Yeah, there's this program that usually happens, and I did register. I was selected, and we did basics of web development, design, and a little bit about business, creating business model canvas and all. So that was my first introduction to tech, and I just kept on, being more curious, digging deep, researching, and yeah, I'm here today.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
Mhm.
So started from 2018 to now, it has been over 6 years, right? You've been already in the tech space. That's
Yeah.
quite a bit of a journey already for you.
Mhm.
And then in the introduction, we also mentioned your contribution to the open source and building the communities around it. So could you also share with us how did you get into the world of open source?
Yeah. Thank you, Nashit, for that. Um, yeah, so I also got introduced to open source through a friend. Bless her. We did apply to the Attrishi internship program, and she got in. I did not, but I was very interested in the project she was contributing to as a mentee. She talked to me about the project, and I was like, okay, I think I like this one, right? And that was my first open source project. I get to contribute to, and I've just been exploring the space since then, and this was in late 2022. hmm I spoke to this friend about open source and her project, right? The idea of open source was really, really fascinating to me when she talked about it. And yeah, I mean, I feel like open source has this tie to diversity, equity, the whole accessibility, and the welcoming environment and supportive community that the space has really, really drew me to the space. Yeah. And the projects, what they are doing or what they do is heavy on DEI. Yeah, that's I wanted to also learn more about inclusion in tech, open source. So I stick to that project. And yeah, I mean, beyond what they do, I think I did stay for the community because it's really, really supportive.
Nice. So, would you say it's the community you help build to help more people is actually, or the people out there that actually helped you in this open
Mm.
source community?
Yeah, hmm, I feel like the people in the community really did help me, right?
Mm.
And in turn, I helped them, using my skill as a community manager. In turn, helped them create a more welcoming and yeah, a more welcoming environment, right? And also helping guide them into the world of open source, and specifically to that particular project I started contributing to. So yeah.
That's really nice. Since you mentioned the project that introduced you into the open source community and also the projects that you've been working on to help other people, could you share
Mhm.
a few of those tech communities that you have helped building and how they impact you as a person?
Oh, yeah. Okay, I think I would start with She Code Africa. Um, it's not an open source community, but then we do have the open source arm where we um, introduce African women to open source, help them start their first contribution. And, what we're looking to do now is even help them start building open source solutions that are sustainable, right? That's our major goal for one of our major goals for this year, 2024, right? So She Code Africa is our vision for She Code Africa is to have an Africa where women are equally represented across all career roles and levels in technology, right? And I think for me personally, how that has impacted me building this community. I've had to, first of all, it has helped me build my leadership skills because beyond the general community of over of over 40,000 women across 27 countries in Africa, we also have the chapter arm of it, where we have smaller communities in different countries in Africa. Currently, we're covering about 19 countries in the 5 regions in Africa, right? Where we have both campus and city chapters. So I lead the chapter leads for those communities. I manage them. So working with these ladies has been amazing, and it's been a great experience helping me build my leadership skills, and also for the general community. It's a large number of women, and having to create that safe space for them to be able to freely interact with everyone, freely share what they have, what the thoughts that they have, right? That has also helped me be more patient in a way. Then also as regards to bringing them together, one thing I try to do is building with my community members. So I usually just always get feedback from them on things they want at the moment, and I create activities and events around that those interests that they have. So it has also helped me always have to think on the spot, and also just be more flexible, right, in my career. Then the second community would be Chaos. Chaos, that's my first open source project. Chaos happens to be a Linux Foundation project, right? And what we pretty much do is create metrics and metrics models and softwares to better understand open source community health on a global scale, right? And I've been able to, currently I contribute in different ways as the member of the Code of Conduct Committee, also a badging reviewer, and I also lead the tour guide initiative there. And the goal for that is to pretty much help members that are new into the project to move from exploring to making meaningful contributions, right? So I with a bunch of other amazing people, help these people find their foot in the community, help them figure out what aspect of the community their skills best fit in, and also create that welcoming environment that allows them stay, and just stick around in the community. So this particular project has impacted me in so many ways. I've been able to expand my network, having to contribute to this project, like amazing people there, professors, and because of that supportive of open source, it's just easy to reach out to people when I need help with something, and they're just always welcoming, and not pushing me away, right? And the community has also helped me be more how do I put it now, as regards DEI, to be more accepting of people's opinion, right? And I think that's that on that.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, this is all very exciting. When I listen to you sharing, I can already feel the passion that you are passing out. Being all passionate and so far successful with your community experience, what are the lessons you learned from your experience building the tech communities that you would like to share with our audience today?
So I would still have to emphasize on fostering a more supportive and inclusive environment. Yeah, that has been one experience that I have been able to gain. Building these building and also supporting these tech communities, right? and also and also mentorship, right? I've been able to also gain, or rather have mentors within this space, right? Just by being a part of these amazing communities, mentors who are also, like, I don't know, should I call them sponsors, because they are just always there for me when I need their help, their input and stuff, things I'm pursuing, career wise, right? And yeah, I think also, as far as experience goes, I've had challenges, managing, these communities and maintaining, the motivation of members, right? So um, having to also, like, work around solutions, to keep members more engaged, things around coming up with rewarding initiatives, right? That keep them motivated. Yeah, I think these are the things I've been able to, like, I would say has come up to, like, form my experience, building these communities. Yeah. There's so
Mhm.
much more, but I think I would just like to
Sure.
highlight just this few. Yeah.
Yeah. Just this one more follow-up question. I think you briefly mentioned at some point that there are challenges you need to overcome and provide people the help. Could you also share a little bit more of the specific challenges you are facing? Since overall we're all in the same tech community, right? Just attack things from
Mm.
different perspective. So anything you have this moment in your mind that is particularly challenging?
Hmm. Uh, okay. Okay. As a community builder, first of all, I wear so many hats. I have to create content. I have to keep members engaged. I have to think around activities to bring them together, to network, and collaborate with people, right? So I think the most challenging part in all of this is having to just keep up with these different things, right? You're thinking about the kind of sponsorships or partnership to secure that aligns with members' needs. You're also thinking about, what can you do to keep them more engaged. It feels like maybe this week engagement is really low, the next is like high, the next is like there's no one at all responding to messages. So yeah, that those has really been challenging, right? And I've just tried to sometimes it could be personal reasons, do like recently I was having one-on-one calls with a few of my most active members, and they were sharing, oh, we are currently in school studying studying for exams, and it's just being a lot on their end. I think I was
Mhm.
speaking with one, and she had to mention how she lost her mom. That's why she hasn't been engaging as well. Like, oh, I'm so sorry. I mean, I'm happy I'm having this call with you. If not, I wouldn't have heard this, right? So yeah, and also for my community at Shikoda Africa, these women are like across Africa. So it's also a lot of struggle having to communicate with them at the right time zone. Time zone. I was telling I was telling Tisa the other day that time zone is like the vein of my existence. It's such a struggle, right? Having to find the right time zone to fix meetings, events, and networking opportunities for these ladies. But yeah, I think so far I've been able to, like, navigate that to a large extent, right? And yeah, also the struggle around even having low participation in events, after
Mhm.
planning, after you've, like, done the whole groundwork, and there's just nobody there that shows up for the event, or just a few persons, right? So
Mhm.
that is also like a struggle. It can be very discouraging, right?
Mhm.
But yeah, I try to just just understand that it's not like the engagement won't come all the time. And I also, afterwards reach out to a few of them to just understand why they did not show up, but then, record the session so that they can also like stay up to date and maybe send in their questions when it's convenient for them. So yeah, this has been consistent struggles, but yeah, I've been able
Yeah,
to navigate them. Yeah.
sure. Yeah, to collaborate with or work with so many people, definitely as a community
Mm,
leader. Okay, thank you. Let's
mm,
move on. How did the word mainframe first enter your eyesight and eventually lead you to join
mm,
Mainframe Open Education?
mm. Okay, I think first of all, the idea of mainframe is very interesting because it's such a crucial technology that holds up many organizations, right, of today. And I think I would say this internship I'm currently in with Mainframe Open Education really better exposed me to the mainframe ecosystem, right? Yeah, and I'm really excited to be here. Really, I can't remember where I initially saw, the mainframe, the open mainframe project, but I think someone did mention it, and it sounded really interesting. Then I saw that it's also part of the project listed under the Linux Foundation internship. So I decided to give it a try, because again, I'm very curious.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah, we want to encourage more people out there from the audience and also from
Hmm.
the friends of our audience that find
Hmm.
us, join us, and become one of us. Definitely. Um, so now, since you joined MOE as our summer mentee, could you also share with us your role in the MOE project and your
Hmm.
plan to involve and engage with more students?
Mm. Yeah. Um, yeah. Okay. So now I'm a part of the the Open Mainframe project. First on my role, so the few things I'll be doing during my stay as a mentee. First, I've been tasked to review and curate content for our Git book. Then also social media engagement, plan around increasing the awareness of the Mainframe Open Education project, right? And also the websites. I've also been tasked to review that and look into areas that needs changes as well. Then yeah, and I am also going to be supporting TISO on managing the student user group. Yeah. Then as far as my plans go, as far as my plans go, I first of all I plan to raise more awareness about the project, because like I said, the idea of mainframe is really interesting, and I want more people to get involved because where I come from, it's not something that is well known, right? And this where I come from, and I hope to spark more curiosity in the minds of people over here, and also grow to the point where I'm also able to like guide them, alongside the team to get more involved as well, right? It's new and it feels exciting in a way that they can just jump in and make impact almost immediately, right? So I think that's like one of my major plan, right? And then also the kid book. I'm also still on that, and I think one thought I have around that is also to just take a more closer look and see how, the experience could be more better, or better still easier for folks, especially people, from where I come from, right? And I also plan on engaging, closely with the students, right? Contributing to the project, or that would be, onboarded in hopefully they get onboarded after this call, this webinar, onto the project, right? I plan to engage them more on a more personal level, just to get their input on how we can improve things, right? And yeah, I'm also excited to mention that I I'm working with TISO and the rest of the team on, introducing an ambassadorship program in the Mainframe Open Education project, right? And we're hoping this program would help, more people get excited to, introduce, like most students rather get excited to introduce students like themselves, to join the movement as well, in creating that awareness and building that community of expert mainframers, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's really great plans, and we've seen you put them in writing, and we've seen some of those items you listed has already been put into action. So thank you.
Mhm.
And
Mm.
since we have our audience today here,
Mhm.
and we also read the latest post that you've been putting out on LinkedIn,
Oh
talking
yeah.
about why students should join
Mhm.
MOE and student user group.
Mhm.
So, what are those
Mhm.
benefits for students
Mhm.
you want to bring them
Mm.
in for them?
Mhm. Yeah, that's a good question. So since I joined the Mayfield community, I've been, digging around, just doing a little research here and there, and I'm excited to even share these benefits because um, I see that many people, like a few persons, are on this call, and for those of us that would be watching the recording, I I am hoping like this encourages you to be a part of what we're doing. So first thing would be this project is going to help you gain more technical skills, right? Whilst you're learning, how to communicate the mainframe knowledge that you have effectively to others, right? Because in a fast-paced industry like this, I feel like this skill is invaluable, right? For an industry that has shortage of expertise, right? If you have that technical insight of what mainframe is about, I strongly believe that you have a edge, over others in the tech industry as well. Then also another thing that that you get, or rather stand to benefit, contributing to this project, is expanding your network, right? I'm a big fan of the saying that goes, "Your network is your net worth," right? And yeah, because the people around you can really, change the trajectory of your career growth, right? If you make those right correct connections, right? And I strongly believe that the mainframe community have those high level expertise that you can really connect with, right? And you know expand from there, and just build and grow from there as well, right? And yeah, honestly, contributing to this as well, you're contributing to one of the technologies being used by most organizations. And I feel like you should really be proud that you are making a difference, right? In that regard as well. So I think those are my top three, right?
Mhm.
And again, you have a supportive community. You have me, you have Nancy, you have everyone to support you in your journey as well, in understanding what mainframe is. right? And how you can also like communicate this knowledge to others as well around you.
Sure. Yes. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that.
Mhm.
Our next listed question was having you talking about what you looking for to achieve as a mentee and impact to make. But I feel you already answered this question when talking about the plans and action items you want to work for the MOE. So
Mhm.
I want to just skip this one and jump to the very last one, which is what's your long-term goal after you graduating from this mentorship program?
Oh, that's a really good question. uh, oh, okay. So first I want to stick around beyond my mentorship program here. I still want to stick around because, like I said, the idea of mainframe is not well known from where I come from. So I feel people could really use my help to get onboarded into the mainframe community. You know, the idea of mainframe. So I want to stick around. I also want to, you know, help grow the community beyond my mentorship time with the project. Yeah, and I feel like I also I feel like I want to do more stuff around DI. I haven't really thought it well, but yeah, I feel like as I grow into the project, you know, I'll probably figure that out. So yeah, for now, those are the few things I want to do. But this can also change, of course. This
Sure.
can change. I could have more things that I want to work with the rest of the team to build more initiatives that would really be helpful to those that are new to mainframe, right? Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. I personally just have one more question for you. That
Mhm.
is, you mentioned your in the community try to encourage more people and to join the tech community, and you also have a
Mm.
community of over 40,000 African American women who are looking for opportunities to improve themselves and maybe start a career at some point. So, how do you see we bring them into mainframe? Do you think this could be a good opportunity,
Mm.
career opportunity for them as well?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just a correction there. It's strictly for African women.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, so yeah, I think that is really exciting. I've also thought about it myself. Yeah, that's really exciting because honestly, majority of the people here are used to you know, building front end with React or coding back end with say Laravel, Node.js. Those are like the regular things, or do mobile development, design. You know, those are like the regular things, and there are also some of them that are really interested in, you know, being a part of or getting involved in technologies that are not like well known, or but are still rare, right? You know, that would help them make more impact. So I strongly believe that this would really excite them, and I also plan to, you know, get more of them involved.
That'd be awesome. Thank you. All right. Thank you for sharing with us and allow us the opportunity to get to know you more, and also the community you're from and the
Mm,
community you're
my
looking
pleasure.
forward to impact. So thank you again.
My pleasure.
Moving on, we have Devante here as our recent contributor and reviewer for the Gitbook project that Maryblessing mentioned briefly earlier. So, Devante, since you're here, why don't you share with us from your perspective what is Mainframe Open Education, what's a big Gitbook, and what you have been doing for us?
Sure. Thanks, Mashi. And I just want to say, Maryblessing, I really did enjoy hearing you speak and hearing all about your personal story. So thank you so much for sharing it with us. And we are incredibly lucky to have you on the team. And for those of you that may not know what MOE is, the Mainframe Open Education project is aimed to helping with onboarding new mainframe talent, attaining industry relevant skills, developing learning roadmaps for mainframe job roles that you will see in our Gitbook, creating a community, and providing free education and increasing mainframe education access and addressing mainframe education awareness gaps. And one of the things that you could do as a student is help contribute to this effort. You go to the next slide, Manchi.
Sure.
All right. So one of the big things that we have is our Gitbook, and the current content structure of the Gitbook is what is a mainframe today, talking about all the foundational technology from enterprise computing. What exactly does mainframe do in our world every day, and why is it so important? Different roles in mainframes, and different roles chosen that people have been in for like about 30 years, talking about their experience in their role, and then also different career path opportunities that you can pursue in mainframes, and a number of different topics from different mainframe journeys, community resources, a list of events and conferences that you can attend, different certifications and badges. We're also working on a chapter called Modern Mainframe Development, and then also talking about the IBM Z16, the latest iteration of mainframes today. Next slide. Thank you. So one of the things that I mentioned before is that you can help us in terms of how can we create content that's more helpful to you, especially as students, because everyone learns in their own unique way. There's some people that are more visual learners. There are some people who love to read. There's some people who just love watching a YouTube video, listening to audio. So being able to tailor to all those different types of learners is very, very crucial. Especially for learners new to mainframes, because mainframes can be a bit difficult to understand once you really get into the deep technical weeds of it. So we want to do anything that we can to make it more easier and just more understandable for you all. And one of the things that you can help contribute is by contributing content, whether that's a blog post, a book, a video, whatever it may be. Please share it with us, and that way we can share it with others, and have it available on the Gitbooks. And have it available on the Gitbooks, and that way you can access it anytime you need to. And we really want to develop this content into a curriculum for universities, and that way students at their own universities can use as a part of the curriculum, and then also professors can use it as well. And they really don't have to start from scratch. They already have it right there. It's easy to use and also easily accessible. And then also, as you contribute, you also learn new things. You can contribute to what's already there, or you can help us create new content in terms of things that you all would like to see added to this Gitbook. And I think that that's really I think that's really important, because see, as you contribute, you also learn new things, and then also that's adding more skills into your skill set and your mindset, and then also you'll be able to share it with lots of other people as well. And one of the things that I would like to share with you all as a contributor and reviewer is, how do I come up with content that I've contributed? So Nachi, if you are able to pull up the Gitbook and pull up the enterprise computing one-pager that I created?
Let me move over and I should be able to pull up. Give me 1 second.
Sure. So while Nachi's doing that, I want to explain to you the concept of a one-pager. And what a one-pager is that it can give you a quick 5 to 10 minute glance of information about a topic. So like, let's say you were in an elevator with someone. They asked you, hey, can you tell me what a mainframe is, or what's the importance of it? And you being able to talk about it within that span of like an elevator ride, about 2 to 5 minutes, that's great, because that means that you develop a basic skill set of the topic. And then see, if you want to learn more or go more technical, you can connect yourself to resources that can help you do that. And that's pretty much the basis of a one-pager. So by having one-pagers, it allows people to get that base information knowledge, and then see if they wanted to go more technical, they can. But at least I can say that they have that base knowledge available to them.
Okay, I have the page. I have the page up, and I'm going to share the
Okay, good.
enterprise computing one pager that you've uploaded.
Awesome, thanks. So this was the very first one pager that I created for the MOE Getbook, and this is talking about enterprise computing. And as you can see on the layout of this page, it goes through everything that enterprise computing does and the importance of it is, and the importance of it in our society today. So with this one pager, you can see that it's very short, sweet, to the point. It tells you all about enterprise computing. It's very visually appealing, and then also it goes through all the different aspects of enterprise computing in terms of 92 of the top 100 world banks use it, 23 of the top 25 US retailers use it, 23 out of 25 of the world's largest airlines use enterprise computing, and then also 10 out of 10 of the world's largest insurers use enterprise computing. And all these different industries run on mainframes. And without mainframes, there's no telling where these industries would be today. They'll probably be non-existent because they depend so heavily on the mainframe for transactions. And this is why enterprise computing is so important. But I was able to give you all that information within the span of 2 minutes, and that's the whole purpose of this one pager. So so I would say that this is definitely helpful, especially for visual learners such as myself who learn best from visuals and learn best from pictures and can be able to recall information really easily. And then also within this page, now you can scroll down a little bit. Also within this page, there's also a lot of information about enterprise computing, and then also a video talking to you about enterprise computing and how to get started with it. And this is something that's really, really crucial to me, especially as a contributor in terms of creating one pagers to help people learn and grow, but then also make sure that they have that basic skill set. Right. Now she can go back to the PowerPoint now. Thanks for showing that.
Thank you.
Yeah, great. And the second aspect of this is what happens to the content that I contribute before it goes public. So so kind of the tips and tricks of how I create the content is that I really want to find a topic that's not too technical, but then also technical enough to fit into mainframes. And I really sit and think to myself, I was like, how would I explain this to someone who's never heard of this concept before? And how can I explain it to them in a way that they can easily connect it to something else? Most common thing, how can they connect this to things that we do in everyday life? And with mainframes, that's relatively easy, since mainframes is a part of our since mainframes is a part of our everyday life. And I write down all these different things, and I'm thinking like, okay, well, I can explain it this way or explain it this way. And I use a design tool called Canva to help with the visual aspect of it. And I think that that's the really important thing is to not to think of it as like you've been learning it for like a number of years, but think back to the time when you were in elementary school, you were learning just how to do things for the first time. You know, how do you explain to someone how to do something like that? And I think that that's really the crucial part of it. And to be able to do that, it really does take a specific mindset to do that because you kind of have to think back in terms of like, oh, well, the audience is going to be looking at this. It's most likely probably going to be newcomers and students, not necessarily people that are going to be experienced in mainframes. So so I kind of have to put it in a way that makes it understandable. They can be able to tell it to someone else who also doesn't know that much about it, but then also be able to recall that in their mind, like, oh yeah, I remember seeing the enterprise computing one pager. So so now I know all about what enterprise computing is, and I can be able to explain it to someone else, and then see if they wanted to learn more, I can refer them to the Gitbook, and they can learn more. And once I create the one pager, I review it with the core team, getting any feedback that they might have, and then I add it to the Gitbook, and then I create a pull request, and I add a reviewer. It can be Tiso, Nachi, JJ, or Maryblessing, and once they review it, they publish it to the Gitbook, and now it's available for everyone to see. And then also, you want to make sure that the content that you're creating, you want to make sure that it's not repetitive of the content that's already there, but it adds more value to that content. And I think that that's also also really important. But I would say for those of you that are interested, who are definitely visual learners or definitely want to see more visual aids used within mainframes and also technology alone, I would say definitely please contribute. We definitely need your help, and you can definitely make an impact here. And then also you get to earn a badge for what you contribute. So so you get to showcase that on LinkedIn, and then also once you contribute something, let us know. We can share it also within our LinkedIn network and just bring even more people to the Gitbook into the platform.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for sharing from your perspective how what this is and how we can contribute. Thank you for that. And we do have about 10 minutes left. Wondering if we have any questions from our audience. And while you're thinking about it, since we do have one of Maryblessing's mentors here, JJ on the call, do you want to also briefly talk about the mentorship program, how Maryblessing is being mentored, and how we can encourage more people into this program?
Sure, Nancy. And hello, everyone. JJ Lovett, the head of education and customer engagement for Broadcom, but here as one of the core team members of the Mainframe Open Education project. The interesting thing is the mentorship is not working in a traditional form where it's one person as a mentor and one person as a mentee. This has really been a team activity with us all sharing our information and perspective with Maryblessing and her rising to the challenge very well, very quickly. And I just want to say thank you to her for sharing your information, your story, and your perspective. It was absolutely awesome to hear. And I also want to thank Devante for sharing the information that he shared today, and Tiso for putting this all together, and you for hosting this. I think this has been one of the best sessions we've had to date. And I think it's going to be one of these things that will continue throughout the summer here in good fashion, where Maryblessing will be exposed to every aspect of the project. As much as she wants to grow, the opportunities will be available to her. And you know, I look very much forward to it. It's I have not because I've been out of the office for personal and work travel. I haven't had a chance to engage with Maryblessing very much yet so far. So this was a treat for me to get to learn more about her. But I think it's even better that all of us are sharing with her and she's sharing with us. So it's a great experience for me personally. It's something that I very much enjoy, and you know, it's one of the things that highlights the aspect of MOE and open source education is that it's really for you and by you, and we can't succeed without the engagement. We can't succeed without guidance from people that need things, and we can't succeed without people contributing as well. So, you know, the more people that join in the fun, the better. And, you know, let us know how we can help.
Yeah, definitely. You have JJ on the call. Just go ahead and connect with him via LinkedIn and with any of us, and just jump right in, and we would love to have you. Thank you, JJ. Thank you, everybody. Okay. I don't see questions coming in, so let's just go ahead and wrap up the session. Thank you again, everybody, for the preparation and attending the session. And once again, thank you, Maryblessing, for sharing your personal journey and experience. We're looking forward to our next month's session. And if you want to be invited as one of the speakers, just reach out and let us know, and we want to hear from your story as well. Thank you, everybody. Have a great July 4th weekend if you are in North America, and otherwise we will see you next month. Thank you all. Bye.
Thank you, everyone. And great job, everyone. Awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks everyone.